Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of my Make Italy Great Again campaign in HOI4. So, in retrospective, looking at my, let's say, decision to send an expeditionary force to Japan to fight in China was actually a pretty well chosen, let's say, approach, because as you know, if you play a lot of HOI4, all the years spent before World War II are actually they can be quite boring, because there is the canonical build-up, let's say. And as part of my build-up, even though I don't think I showed this, I invested a lot, and I mean a lot of factories. I think I had at least 20 factories on lorries and 20 on mechanized equipment, because surprisingly, even though my motorized divisions did have 6 battalions of motorized infantry and 4 battalions of mechanized one, the mechanized battalion, they just required a crap ton of material. And talking a bit about the war in China, I mean, not every battle turned out to be as victorious as I expected it to be for my divisions, and after having tried and failed several times to encircle those bunch of Chinese divisions in the, say, central part of the front, I decided, okay, maybe it's time to go somewhere else and try my luck elsewhere. And I saw that the Chinese AI did not fortify properly the southern front, so I was like, let's take advantage of the plains there and of the poor enemy defenses. And so I did, and again, in with a very small pocket, I encircled, I think there were 5 or 6 enemy divisions. I mean, again, when you fight China, 5 or 6 divisions are basically nothing, because the Chinese, they can just freaking flood the whole battlefield with troops. But still, I mean, it was a bit of satisfaction for me. And after having tried that, I mean, after this local victory, I decided to repeat again the classic pocket strategy. I had a look to see if I could have, let's say, send additional troops, but apparently the maximum amount of divisions that you can send as volunteers, it's limited to, let's say, 2/3 in the case of, I think, Italy and Germany, when you have the event triggering for the Spanish Civil War. This is the point to talk about something that I never discussed about: the government. While you can enjoy me trying to pocket as many Chinese divisions as possible, for the Italian government, I did appoint, well, Ardito Desio, because of his fuel per oil gain, I think it was, and also the Libyan Geological Expedition Company, to unlock the decisions that would have allowed me to exploit the local oil sources. And you know, as for me, research in Black Ice and Total War is kind of the most important aspect. I did my best to invest a lot into it, namely by picking the high investment and then the excellent investment in the education law, I think it's called. And I saw Italy also has Mr. Marconi as a guy that you can appoint in the government, and Marconi, I think, gives you plus 5% of research speed bonus, which I think it's not that big, but if you sum it up with also the research speed bonus provided by the computing technologies and the trade laws and stuff, at the very end of the campaign, I think I had something like 35% of research speed, which is not bad. In China, again, I tried to again envelop the Chinese forces against the coastline, and this was really my approach, to proceed pocket by pocket along the Chinese coastline. But I don't know if the AI is somehow triggered to respond to these human interventions, but I must say I got really frustrated, and I think this is really when the fun occurs, because if it's just click and wait and just see your troops advancing and mopping up the enemy divisions, this is not really funny. And I mean, okay, when I was, maybe I said it in the Spanish Civil War videos, but when I let's say with this tactic of sending motorized volunteers, you cannot simply do just a blitzkrieg style, because what I did in Spain and in China was just to advance, spread my divisions along 3 tiles, and then wait for the Japanese AI to fill in the gaps. Otherwise, I know if I would have just advanced deep into the Chinese territory, well, China would have just obliterated my troops, because the AI can be really smart in this mod. And as I said before, having failed again in the south, I moved again my troops in the north. I mean, imagine if this happened in real life. Oh my god, poor Italians. They would have hated the commanding general. And yeah, luckily this is not represented in game, but yeah, again, after having sent the troops in the north, they were again victorious. Maybe also because in the north I had the support of 100 fighters and 100 dive bombers of the Italian Air Force, that I think helped a bit in improving the situation over there. And as 1939 turned into 1940, I back on the home front, as you can see now, I decided to start regrouping my armies in preparation for the war against Britain. I appointed General Giovanni Messe as the overall commander of the motorized army of North Africa, while I sent a bunch of, I think, 2 or 3 infantry and infantry armies, together with some, I think, all the Alpine mountain divisions in Albania, for the future, let's say, touristic, let's say, trips into Greece. And back in China, again, some of the most frustrating moments again, let's say, arrived, because I've been trying to encircle the troops next to this city that now I can't read, and I don't remember which name was it. But again, the swift response of the AI prevented me from doing any significant damage. Germany went on the rampage, let's say, in 1940, and very surprisingly, it did quite well. In all of my previous episodes, Germany took, I don't know if 2 or 3 months just to capitulate Poland. And yeah, I mean, seriously, okay. Back in China, I forgot about this episode actually. Surprisingly, I think I managed to seal the pocket thanks to the Japanese AI arriving, and I counted them, and in that single pocket I managed to encircle 31 enemy divisions. Now, compared to the 5 or 6, 31 is actually a lot. Still, regardless of this, I think the endless manpower of China and maybe the land lease of the Soviet Union just helped China in pumping out more and more troops. And I became actually worried about this, because I was like, I want to get my troops back before the invasion of Egypt. But spoiler alert, this did not occur, because I realized simply too late that in order to recall your volunteers, the conflict in which they are fighting has to be finished. So yeah, that was kind of a personal disappointment when I saw this. But anyway, this in the end turned out to be not a huge, let's say, miss on the North African front. And again, second spoiler alert for what's coming in the next episode. As the time here is coming to an end, I just wanted to say thank you guys for everything. Thank you very much for watching and supporting my channel as always. And as always, if you have any comment, just let me know here below. If you have any question, and take care. And see you all in the next episode. Hopefully, again, very very soon.